love that Timberline.
Thanks,
because
Chris.
Hi, I'm Bailey
Some of the
Thomas
new
here with
teachers we
Race.
asked.
Good morning.
I'm Rachel Babbitt.
Good morning, Blazers. I'm Kate.
Hey Blazers,
And
I'm Maria Reyes
Last
bringing you
week,
G&G
Timberline
News.
State-
Could you- Good morning, Blazers. I'm Maria Reyes.
I'm Caitlin Taylor, and welcome to the special edition of G&G News on the subject of America.
Free since July 4th, 1776, it's filled with diversity, beautiful landmarks, and astonishing scenery unique to every state.
Let's not forget the historical events that have made this country what it is today.
Want to hear Blazers' opinions on America's accomplishments?
Let's check out Ask Timberline.
Good morning, Blazers. Bailey Thomas here with Ask Timberline. America has had some tremendous achievements in our short history. This week, I asked fellow students what they believed was the greatest accomplishment in American history. Let's find out who paid attention in history class.
The greatest accomplishment was when America gained independence over British rule.
I think the greatest accomplishment in United States history is landing a man on the moon with computers no more powerful than an iPhone.
Racial equality.
End of segregation.
The progress America has made to make men and women equal.
The end of segregation.
America's greatest accomplishment is when we ended World War II.
The steps Americans have taken for equal rights for African Americans and same-sex marriages.
Global market, definitely.
The Revolutionary War because of America.
Gay marriage.
I think our greatest accomplishment in American history is when we won the Revolutionary War and we gained independence from Great Britain.
The greatest accomplishment that America has made is just the development of the most successful democracy ever in the world, that we value the input of all of our citizens.
Creating foundations to help people in need.
In my opinion, I think America's greatest accomplishment would be the moon landing. Because suck it, Russia, USA.
The 13th folds of a flag means. The first fold of our flag is a symbol of life. The second fold is a symbol of our belief in eternal life. The third fold is made in honor and remembrance of our veterans. The fourth fold represents our weaker nature for American citizens. The fifth fold is a tribute to our country. The sixth fold is where our heart lies. It is our heart that we pledge allegiance to. The seventh fold is a tribute to our armed forces. The eighth fold is a tribute to one who entered into the valley of the shadows of death. The ninth fold is a tribute to womanhood. The 10th fold is a tribute to the Father, for he too has given sons and daughters. The 11th fold is the eye of a Hebrew citizen. The 12th fold is the eye of a Christian citizen. The 13th fold, when the flag is completely folded, the stars are upmost, reminding us of our nation's motto, "In God we trust."
Good morning, Blazers. I'm Chris Babbitt of Sports. This week for sports, we are catching up with records. Up first, we have baseball with the record of 7-5. Next, boys golf with the record of 3-1, and girls golf with the record of 2-2. Also, we have boys soccer with the record of 2-4. Next, we have softball with the record of 5-4, and finally, tennis with the record of 0-6. There's no track yet to be determined yet, but now it's passed on to Alec Haslam with baseball.
Good morning, Blazers. Alex Haslam here for a sports special on America's favorite pastime. That's right, today our focus is on baseball. However, times are changing and baseball is no longer the most watched sport in America, and in fact, that spot is held by American football. A poll done by ESPN claims that 35% of fans say that their favorite sport to watch on TV is football, more specifically, the NFL. Baseball is sitting around in second with 14% of fans claiming that baseball is their favorite. That's less than half of football's fan base. So in order to get a better understanding whether or not baseball is losing popularity, who better to talk to than Timberline's varsity baseball players? So let's go down to the field to talk to the pitcher Donovan Velez-Foucault and the catcher Lucas Reed. So, Lucas, as long as I and many others can remember, baseball has been labeled America's favorite pastime. Would you say that's still accurate today?
I would say it's accurate. Baseball has always been America's pastime. All the way back to Jackie Robinson in the Civil Rights era. It's impacted America for a long time.
And both you and Donnie are pitcher and catcher. Would you say you guys perceive the game differently, being that you guys are two key roles in baseball?
I mean, yes, because we understand the game, unlike some spectators.
I would say so because we see different aspects of the game compared to other players even. As a catcher, I see what everyone's doing at all times, being the only one looking that direction on the field.
And then pitchers, you have control of the entire time of the game and how the pace will go.
Now, baseball has been dropping in ratings and been losing its viewers towards football. Would you guys say that you guys still stick towards it because you guys play?
I would definitely say playing is a big part of me still watching baseball and loving baseball. And I think it's been dropping just because people don't want to take the time that a baseball game will take.
And they don't exactly understand how the game works, and it's not as faster pace. Baseball is America's pastime because it's very long and it's very enduring, but it's also a very fun sport once you get to understand it.
Now, would you guys say that playing baseball for Timberline has allowed you to find more passion and drive to play baseball more often?
I would definitely say so. I plan on going to college to play baseball, and playing Timberline has been a big part in me wanting to keep going on and making, hopefully, a life out of this.
That's all the time we have this week. See you next week.
Since before its establishment, the United States was seen as the land of opportunity, where one can escape hardships in the motherland in hopes of establishing economic security and also seeking the freedom of continuing traditions and developing new self-identities. Although there were many obstacles to achieving a more accepting society, civic participation in the late 20th century led to many reforms that have contributed to the way America is today. The counterculture movement, social movements like civil rights for African Americans, Hispanics and Latinos, and homosexuals, and equal rights and opportunities for women and the handicapped, all shaped the way Americans lived during and after that time. This trend still continues today. With many issues and with the internet, people have become increasingly aware of them, but they also recognize the type of society that we live in. This year's presidential cycle has dug up controversies that have triggered a range of sentiments in the American people. For example, the KKK has emerged supporting Donald Trump and his melodramatic speech. This has caused many reactions among groups, which in some cases has led to violence. Independents and other Democrats from different generations and regions back Bernie Sanders for a reformation in terms of making or changing policies that affect everybody in some way or another, but face the tough supporters of the only female candidate, Hillary Clinton. We don't know what the future will hold for us, so to have some insight, I interviewed 3 Blazers last week on various subjects that are a part of American life in one way or another. Let's take a look. Hello, I'm here with 3 of our wonderful Blazers, and can you guys introduce yourselves, please?
Hi, I'm David Maldonado, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Brandon Bennett, Senor Bennett, and I'm a new Spanish teacher here.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm a junior.
All right, so we're going to get started on the questions. Is what you consider yourself to be different than what you appear to be?
I really feel like the way people see me is a little different because to me I feel a little shy sometimes, you know, to new things, but also people think I'm this outgoing, fun person. I think that's just the kind of persona I try to perceive to get comfortable with people.
Mm-hmm. So I think people perceive me here on campus that are not in my classroom as a teacher because I wear a tie every day. And I'm Senor Bennett, but I consider myself to be quite different. And if you are one of my about 150 students, you know that I am pretty funny. I try to get along with my students, and I try to make my class really fun.
Nice. I'm a lot like David. I seem very outgoing, and I try to have fun, but on the inside I'm pretty shy, and I keep to myself.
Yeah, I understand that. And like you're a military kid, so my dad's military as well. So how does like being a military kid and going to different schools, like how does it compare to the environment in Timberline?
Well, beforehand, I went to a very small private school in Savannah, Georgia, and people are very cliquey there. And so when everyone learned that I was getting ready to move, people who I thought were my friends kind of shut me off and ended up not really having any friends by the end of the year. But after that, when I came to Timberline, everyone was super nice and friendly, and there's tons of other military kids who understand what I'm going through, so it's been really great.
That's good. How do you think stereotypes in this area or this era have been more offensive or less offensive? I know they're a little less offensive, but it kind of depends on the group. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Are there any recent stereotypes that you've heard of?
I have one. How white people can't handle seasoning. I honestly find it hilarious. I think it's very funny, and I've known people like that. I'm not like that though, but I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, and me as a Mexican, like people say, "Oh, eat the spicy food," but it's like I don't like spicy food. Like I can't handle, I can't handle hot dogs. So, if you were a leader or a follower of a movement, what would it be and why?
Just, if I was a leader, I feel like America, you know, the most important thing I think that everybody needs to keep in mind is we need to respect our opinions and what we perceive in life. We may not agree with it, you know, like our choices and our actions that we do, whether it's maybe even breaking the law or maybe not, just that's the way you want to do it and live your life, but we need to respect each other's opinions and respect our choices, because that's how we're all going to get along together. You know, it's just all about respect in this world that we need.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I would like to just have people be kind and nice to each other and smile and leave the other person who you come in contact with feeling good from that moment. And if everybody would do that, I think we would all just find it easier to get along with each other and want to know more about each other.
Important issues for me would be gender and racial equality. I feel like we shouldn't judge people based on what they look like, what gender they are. Everyone should just be equal, because we're all human beings.
Okay. Well, that's about it, and thank you so much for coming out here and participating, and we'll see you guys next week.
How many years have you been a teacher?
I've been teaching for 30 years, all at Timberline.
And I've been teaching 36 years, 30 at Timberline.
Are you going to miss coming to school every day?
I'm going to miss the energy of the students and staff, but I'm not going to miss getting up at dark 30.
Pretty much the same for me. I am going to miss seeing a lot of the people, but not setting that alarm. That's going to be nice.
Why did you decide to retire?
My husband retired a few years ago, and I want to spend some time with him and family and friends and play gal.
I decided to retire because I wanted to spend a little bit more time with my wife, my cat, my mom, and friends, and just do a few different things.
What are you planning to do first in your retirement?
We're going to New England to eat lobster and see the colors.
First thing I'll do in retirement is hang around the house for a while, plant some trees, and then I think my wife and I are going to go down to Northern California to see the redwoods.
And finally, do you have any last words?
Yes, I do. I've gained a lot being here at Timberline. I've learned a lot from different people, and I think I've taught a lot, and I hope that cycle continues of learning and giving, learning and giving.
And I just want to say never give up, hang in there, and always persevere. And math is an integral part of life, and you can always count on it.
Good job.
Good morning, Blazers. I'm Lily here with some new updates on the upcoming spring play, Miss Saigon. Cast as the leading role is sophomore Brittany Smoot. We went down to the theater during rehearsals to see how it's all coming along. Let's roll that clip.
Come on, your recitation. Describe your reconciliation. I hope before his stimulation, he bought a little group vacation.
All his dreams, he saw our baby, and he's teaching him to fly.
Mr. Anderson, the music teacher. Mr. Rubidoo, the PE teacher. Mr. Tuckett, the robot teacher.
Students, take out your pencils. Turn to page 361.
All right, students, take out your pencils.
Yes, Mr. Tuckett.
Take out your notebooks.
Yes, Mr. Tuckett.
Open to page 362.
Yes, Mr.
Wait a minute. Mr. Tuckett is the robot teacher? The robot? Is he really? Is he a robot? Does he teach robots in his class? Or is he a teacher of robotics? An adjective modifier is a word or phrase used to describe something. For instance, if you say Lisa wore a silver woman's necklace, you are saying that the woman is silver. She's not. This is easily fixed by changing the placement of your modifier. Instead, you say, Lisa wore a woman's silver necklace. That way, it makes it clear that the necklace, and not the woman, is silver. Mr. Tuckett teaches robotics. He is not a robot teacher. Friends don't let friends misplace their modifiers.
Doesn't matter where we come from,
what we look like,
what our interests are,
what we do for a living.
We are Americans. Thank you for watching.
Remember to be respectful,
be responsible,
be safe,
and be proud of who you are.
It's getting late and I can't seem to find my way home tonight. Feels like I'm falling down a rabbit hole, falling for forever, wonderfully wandering alone. What would my head be like if not for my shoulders or without your smile?